ready to rumble. to rumble. Some Tuesday night hoops in the Western Indiana Conference and in the south end of Putnam County. Neighbors by some 4 or 5 miles on opposite sides of Interstate 70. The Eagles of South Putnam, led by their first-year head coach in Kyle Swafford, take on a Cloverdale squad, also led by a first-year head coach in Carl Turk. The Clovers have struggled so far this year. They are 0-5. Thanks for joining us for high school basketball, presented by Endeavor Communications here on the ISC Sports Network. Alongside Bobby Meslin, my name is Greg Rakestraw, and is going to be with you. And Bobby, I know these are two teams that you have a chance to see on a regular basis. Let's talk about the Eagles of South Putnam first. Kyle Swafford, very successful coach up the road at Monrovia. 1 year at Southridge in Southern Indiana, has come back here to South Putnam, and I think there is a good reason for optimism. This could be their first winning season in 4 years.
Yes, they got started off a little bit slow, Greg, but now they're riding a two-game winning streak. So we'll see what happens tonight with them.
Drew Hill is their leading scorer, a 6'1 junior at 16.5 points per contest. Jeremiah Hibland also a double-digit scorer at 10 points per game. For Cloverdale, a little bit of a different story. They are 0-5. They are averaging just 30 points a basketball game so far this year. The leading scorer is Tate Jackson at 7.5 points. Carl Turk's been around some great basketball programs, coach for both of the Radies, Pat and Patrick, at Terre Haute South and Cloverdale, respectively. What's the mindset when you're off to such a sluggish start as Cloverdale has been so far?
Well, they're struggling, Greg. They're 0-5, worst start in 20 years. They just got to get a little bit better each possession. I know that sounds simplistic, but they are struggling to put the ball in the basket, and they are really struggling with turnovers.
There has been this remarkable flood of talent at Cloverdale High School. Think about having a pair of Division I basketball players at a school that has barely more than 300. That has been the case. Cooper Neese at Indiana State. You see Coach Turk on your screen. Jalen Moore, a first-team All-League performer at Oakland University. Those are the kids that played 4 and 5 years ago. Kyle Thomas, off of last year's team, is getting good minutes at Division II Cedarville over in Ohio. Again, there's probably not that level of kid on this year's team. So, again, it's a bit of an uphill slog for them right now. Yeah. What are some keys you're looking at for either team tonight, Coach?
Well, first of all, it's whoever wins the turnover battle. If you've watched any film on both these teams, they struggle with the turnovers. Also, who can get some easy baskets? Both teams are struggling to score in the half court, especially Cloverdale. But with this being an arch rival game, Greg, who's going to handle the pressure and the adversity?
So 4 losing seasons in a row for Cloverdale. Victories of 9 to 11 wins in each of those. Again, but 0-5 to start this year, and really have not been close in either of those first 5 games. For this South Putnam squad, looking for a 3rd consecutive win. They're also looking for a first victory against Cloverdale since December 11th of 2018. They think this is their opportunity to pull that off tonight. We'll take this quick 2-minute timeout. When we come back, our starting lineups brought to us by virtual announcer and the opening tip-off of this county and conference rivalry. It comes your way next here on the ISC Sports Network.
Want lightning-fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town, so you can download huge files in a flash, stream videos at blazing speeds, and game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
Fall means football, and on the ISC, we've got you covered all season long. Catch our broadcast live on television on MyNDTV 23 and Comcast 81, as well as streaming on ISCSportsNetwork.com. With a subscription to ISC for only $4.99 a month, you get access to our entire library, viewable anytime, anywhere, on our website, or on the ISC app. Don't miss a single broadcast. ISC Sports Network. Football lives here. Starting lineup's about to be introduced to the gymnasium crowd here at South Putnam High School. First of all, the visitors from Cloverdale, and our starting lineups are presented by virtual announcer and Aaron Pittman. Make your game day experience the absolute best it can be by hiring Aaron. If he can't be there, he'll be your virtual announcer. And that's for any sport, not just hoops. Find out more and just how affordable it can be at Virtual Announce on social or by calling Aaron at 317-800-0612. Tate Jackson, leading scorer, young man as a sophomore, the starting quarterback on the football team, 7.5 points and 3 rebounds a contest. Joined by McGuire Lee, Noah Betts, Levi Johnson, and Levi Hilton. Levi at just 5'7", but he's second on the team in rebounds. Just going to play baseball at Trine University up in Angola, Indiana at the conclusion of this year. Also look for Landon Bates off the bench to make his season debut. A 6'3" sophomore that brings some much-needed size to Carl Turk's team. Now the flip side for the Eagles of South Putnam High School. Again, Drew Hill, 16.5 points a contest, 5 rebounds a game. He is a 6'1" junior. He is flanked by Jeremiah Hibblin, the team's other double-digit per-game scorer. 10 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 3.5 assists a contest. Cam Bozell, along with Griffin Garner, both bring some size at 6'3", and Austin Branham rounds out the starting 5 for head coach Kyle Swafford. And one thing you'll notice, not just a height advantage for South Putnam, a physicality advantage for South Putnam. A lot of young men from Chuck Sorrell's very successful football program are basketball kids in the winter.
Yes, you can just tell by as the teams trot out there for opening lineups, there's a lot more bulk on the South Putnam sideline.
And Kyle Swafford, the head coach of South Putnam, his 7th year as a varsity basketball head coach, 5 years at Monrovia, 1 year at Southridge. If the Eagles get the win tonight, it'll be his 90th win. He has had just 1 losing season in his previous 6 seasons. And in a rebuilding year at Southridge last year, went 12-12. Dave Pillar, our lead official for tonight's contest. We'll see Tim Cody as one of our 3 officials too. Tim is kind of have to work the JV game when there was a late cancellation for that this evening. We thank you for joining us, presented by Endeavor Communications here on the ISC Sports Network. Center jump is won by Griffin Garner, and the Eagles will have the opening possession. Man-to-man to start things off here for Cloverdale. Spot up 3 for Hill. That does not go. Hill has made 11 threes on the season. And there you see that physicality in favor of South Putnam, and a foul called against the Eagles after Hilton had tracked down the loose ball.
Yeah, Greg, I look for them to get Hill started early. They always look for him coming off screens. The first possession, he even went down to the post. But look at his size differential on the backcourt of Cloverdale.
South Putnam has been a frequent taker of threes. Not been exactly a frequent maker of threes this year. 5.5 per game. They shoot 26% from three-point range. Good student crowd for both of these two schools, not surprising, given the nature of this rivalry. Cloverdale will be, before I could say deliberate, they fire up a 3. That does not go from Noah Betts.
I don't think that's his specialty, Greg.
19% is what Cloverdale rather is shooting from three-point range in the season. They're making 2.5 threes per game. Betts is the leading rebounder and third leading scorer at 5 points and 4.5 boards a game. On the drive, Hill forces the issue, and Betts with the pull down. And he is the one of 2 starters north of 5'10" on the floor for the Clovers tonight.
Yeah, Cloverville will be very deliberate in their offense.
Here's Hilton. In other words, you're trying to shorten the game here for Cloverdale. Jackson will pull and banks it in. I'm not sure he called it, but he'll take it. Jackson the triple, and Cloverdale enjoying an early lead. Not a sagging in terms of the potential shooters. Hiblin is trying to power his way in off the window and missed it. And good job so far by Cloverdale, limiting second chances for the Eagles.
Well, South Putnam's doing a lot of one-on-one. They've not been moving the ball either time down the court. But watch Cloverdale. They're very patient. I'm not sure they called that bank shot, but it went in for them.
They'll take it. Jackson's runner, no. And the rebound corralled easily by Garner. 5 points and 5 rebounds a game for the 6'3" senior. One of 4 seniors on this Eagles roster. Hiblin, catch and shoot 3. Not that time. And again, Betts does a good job of maintaining the glass. Outlet pass a little shaky, but able to save that ball in play was Hill. Out of bounds to Cloverdale.
What's very interesting so far is Cloverdale is limiting South Putnam to 1 shot. So they've blocked out really well on the boards.
As a team, South Putnam, 37% from the floor this year. Eagles averaging 49 a contest. Jackson, and that'll be a foul on the way up. And Tate Jackson will shoot 2 free throws. That foul goes against Austin Branham. Branham, a 5'8" senior. And a timeout going to be taken by South Putnam. It is a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. This 30-second timeout presented by Endeavor Communications. Endeavor Communications offers a variety of internet speeds that fit your family or business needs. Surf the internet faster than ever before. The internet speeds up to a gig. Contact us at weendeavor.com for more information. And I think Coach Swafford is trying to remind his guys, hey, fellas, I don't care if the other team's 0-5. You guys have to go out and play.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, they're playing a lot of one-on-one. Hill is trying to get untracked. I look for them to set a couple ball screens or a couple stagger to see if they can get him an open look. But if you notice, they are crashing the offensive boards, and they got to be careful getting fouls over the back. Hill got in foul trouble 2 games ago.
Jackson this season, 6 of 9 from the free throw line. As a team, Cloverdale 63% from the stripe. When you struggle to score, that tends to apply in all aspects of the game. As a team, Cloverdale 29% from the floor this year, and Jackson misses them both. So far, 1 banked-in 3 to show for the first 3+ minutes of hoops just south of Greencastle tonight. Jackson draws an offensive assignment on Hill. Hill, blocking foul will be called on the floor. A foul against McGuire Lee will be his first, and that is the first whistled against the Clovers.
You notice Hill's getting a little impatient. That wasn't a very good drive. Fortunately, got a foul called on the block.
So 3.5 minutes scoreless now for the home squad tonight. Trying for the duck into Hiblin. Hill now will pull from the elbow, no. And good job by Betts to hustle. It will still be South Putnam basketball, but and you're limiting those second chance looks.
At least it's a dead ball rebound.
Yep. Much easier to catch your breath and reset your defense in that scenario. Wing 3, no good. And the blockout drill, Cloverdale able to track it down. That's Levi Johnson, first time we have called his name. Shot was taken and missed by Cam Bozell, sophomore, who is a 35% three-point shooter. Johnson. A lot of the volunteer officials thought he may have traveled on that play.
Yeah, he probably did.
Only a travel if they call it. Now Jackson will pull for 3. That does not go.
I'm sure that's not the shot their coach was looking for there, Greg.
Garner the rebound. On the slip, that was a tip pass. Hiblin wisely lets it go. Coffin Corner inbound coming up here for South Putnam.
Jackson is doing a great job on Hill. Hill's having to work on every possession.
This is the 4th straight conference game for South Putnam. Members of the Western Indiana Conference for many years. That was an East and West division. That's not the case anymore. Everybody's all in one big group in the Western Indiana Conference. 11 schools in the league this year. Again, Hill forced the issue. Shot does not go. And a line change coming here for South Putnam. Coach Swafford, a wave of the hand, says, all of you, get in. Turnover committed. That's the first turnover of this game. See if this sparks the Eagles. It does. Hill in the open court gets the bucket to go. So first South Putnam basket, nearly 5.5 minutes in.
That was a nice drive. He saw an opening, took the ball to the basket, and a lot better shot than he's taken the last few possessions, Greg.
Here's Hilton. Drive and dish. That's a long 2. It is long on the shot, and the rebound controlled by Branham. Now South Putnam showing some patience. There are shot clocks in the building. I guarantee you they will not be turned on tonight. You can take your dear old sweet time. Good look from 3. It's buried. Bozell. That was Norman Dale and then some. At least 4 passes that time for South Putnam.
That was nice inside out.
And good things happen.
Fed the post. Guy looked down to the post, and by the way, the guy was wide open.
How can Cloverdale find some offense? It's been their struggle all year. Good looking shot that does not go that time. That was McGuire Lee that didn't get it to go. Drive by Hiblin. Contact we play on. Hiblin able to get a hand to it, but could not control it. And now let's get you the variety of substitutions for South Putnam. Wyatt Mullen, 5'11 sophomore, will check in. Fisher Jones, a 5'11 senior, will enter the contest. Zach Dorset and Wyatt Switzer all will enter at one time for South Putnam. Timeout called by Cloverdale. It is a 30-second timeout. And again, we will keep it right here. Both teams now have used a 30 here in the quarter. Let's thank our buddy Paul Swartz and the friends at the Hoosier Shooting Academy. Combine cutting-edge technology with old-school work ethic to make your game better at the Hoosier Shooting Academy. Located in Indy's southeast side, just off of 465 and Brookville Road, and always open online at HoosierShooting.net. Well, a grand total of 3 field goals so far in tonight's game.
Yeah, as we mentioned in the opening, the keys of the game, both teams struggle to score, and you can see that there's a difference between being patient and there's a difference between not going to the basket, but neither team is going to the basket with any force at this point, Greg.
And the one kind of true interior look that has gone was the transition opportunity. Good take by Jackson. Hilton turns down the 3. Betts just not. And good thing he did not as he makes it. So both buckets for Cloverdale have been from behind the arc. And the Clovers enjoying a 1-point lead. Able to recover that. No problem for Mullen. Not sure if South Putnam's going to hold for one look or take the best one they get. No Hill on the floor of the group, and now they'll need to kind of force the issue. It'll be Hiblin. He'll pull from 15 and score it. Good job by the senior to take over with 4 reserves on the floor with him. And South Putnam will take the lead to quarter number 2. Eagles 7, Clovers 6. You're watching presented by Endeavor Communications here on the ISC Sports Network. The ISC Sports Network is your home for sports content across the Hoosier State. Find us live on TV and streaming or archived on our website and our app. The ISC is your one-stop shop for the content you want to see, including high school sports, college sports, and other great events throughout the year. Subscribe to our streaming service and get access to it all. ISC, local lives here.
Again?
Tortured by technology? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with Speed Geeks. Our Speed Geeks are expert technicians ready to rescue you from technology troubles. Our experts are here to get and keep your Wi-Fi running properly. We'll even make sure all of your devices stay connected. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications, technology for real people.
Look at the last bucket here by Hiblin. And Hiblin, 6'1" senior, 10 points a contest. So far, 3 field goals to 2, the count for South Putnam. And a 7-6 lead. And frankly, the lower scoring it is, the better for Cloverdale, a team that struggled to score points all season long. They turn it over for a second time as Betts and Hilton on different pages. The same 5 that finished the quarter. Start this one for Coach Swafford. Hiblin, the lone starter, 4 reserves. And Hiblin powers his way in, missed it. And Cloverdale comes out of there with it.
Hiblin's had 2 or 3 good moves inside, just can't finish. But they don't have anybody that can guard him down low, Greg.
And South Putnam has turned into a football powerhouse. They've had the misfortune of being in the same sectional as the state champ the last couple of years. Good basket cut that time by Levi Johnson. And Levi Johnson will shoot 2. Well, it's Wyatt Mullen on the foul, his first. You referenced it that, Cloverdale has been content to hang from 15 and back. One of the first times we've seen movement towards the goal out of them. Johnson, 2 of 3 from the stripe this year. When you struggle the way that they have offensively, you simply do not get to the line all that much. They were averaging around 8 free throws attempted a game. Again, further inclination as to how much of a jump shooting team they have been. But Johnson hits them both.
Well, if you notice in the last possession, South Putnam brought their defense out a little tighter, and they had a good basket cut. Got a layup, 2 free throws.
If you're having trouble scoring when they're guarding you, try to score when they're not guarding you. That's going to be stepping on the baseline. First South Putnam turnover. South Putnam has taken good care of the basketball this year. They average 12.5 a game. 10 usually the kind of mark you shoot for in a 32-minute contest.
Be interesting to see how long coach is. Oh, here he goes right now.
Spoken like a true coach.
Yeah, I was surprised that Hill was out there.
And then Cloverdale gives it away. At the other end, the layup by Dorsett is good. Zach Dorsett, sophomore, 3 points and 3 rebounds a game. Turnover starting to populate a bit more here for the Clovers in quarter number 2. And that will be knocked away again. And at the other end, lay it up. Switzer missed it, just too strong. An opportunity missed by the Eagles. Betts, no slowing him down. He's made his last 2. Can't blame him. I saw the senior Hilton going, slow down. Betts didn't see the stop sign. Blew right through it. Baseline corner 3, not that time. Hiblin had it, but it's off the hands of Levi Johnson.
You notice how the game has sped up a little bit in the last few possessions. That will favor South Putnam.
Sure. So Hill back in. Mullen has a seat.
Look for Hill.
Hill, one field goal in the opening quarter for the 6'1" junior. The South Putnam team 5 and 19 a season ago. Hivlin with the three. Second made three by the Eagles. Like we said, they make 5.5 a game. They're attempting 21 a night. Betts again, not that time.
That was a little quick. Probably a foot or two outside his range.
You made 2 in a row. You're going to be a little quicker on the trigger. Hivlin will pull from 17 and missed it wide left. And that'll be steps call. Nope. Outside official said, I saw the foul, so it'll stay right here. Hivlin draws the whistle.
Well, that was a good break for Cloverdale.
Betts again. This Cloverdale team, again, 19% from three-point range in the season. They make 2.5 a game. They've made 4 in the first 12 minutes. Amazing how much simpler the game is when you can make jump shots. Hill matches his 12th made 3, and this the 5th game of the season for the Eagles. And all of a sudden, both teams are getting into a shooting rhythm. Betts is going to draw a little tighter defense now from Hivlin. Right idea by Lee. Hilton trying to distribute and got stuck in midair and going to be called for steps.
Well, in the first quarter, Cloverdale had 1 turnover. They have 4 already in the first half of the second quarter. So, as we talked about in the opening, they have to protect the basketball. South Putnam just with 1 turnover.
Clovers averaging 16 giveaways on a per-game basis.
I'm not sure why they've taken Hivlin out of the post. They cannot handle him down there.
Hivlin leaves a dent in the backboard on that one, and then Hilton got knocked over, going with a loose ball. That'll be on Drew Hill, his first foul, and team foul number 5. And the longer that Cloverdale can hang in this one, the more confidence they will pick up. Switzer will pick up full court man. Jackson seems rather non-bothered by it. Jackson, nice move, just didn't finish. And then he'll be called for the foul. Either he or Lee. It'll be Lee, which will be his second. Branham will check back in as Jones will have a seat. You see more of the starters rotating back through, but those bench guys did the job that was asked of them by Coach Swafford.
Wonder if the starters learned anything from spending a few minutes on the bench watching. But if I'm South Putnam, I have to go back at the Hivlin down in the post.
There aren't many motivational quotes that I'll use from Bob Knight, but the motivational powers of the bench, I do like that story he is prone to tell over the years. Hill got fouled, and 3 free throws coming up for Drew Hill. Got him right on the elbow, did Jackson. And Hill, who is 15 of 20 from the free throw line this season, will shoot 3. So as Hill spends a little time at the free throw line, let's thank our friends at Endeavor Communications. They offer a variety of internet speeds that fit your family or business needs. Surf the internet faster than ever before with internet speeds up to a gig. Contact weendeavor.com for more information.
You notice how much more patient Hill's been since he came off the bench.
Yep.
Had a wide open 3, took another 3, got fouled, and now going to probably knock down his 3rd consecutive free throw.
It's a South Putnam team. This is a 3-game week for them, as they will play both Friday and Saturday, and they are off for 3 weeks. They will not play over the Christmas holiday. They played in Edinburgh's tournament each of the last couple of years. Decleater of a screen set by Lee. Hilton got hit on the way by. Good set run that time by Cloverdale, and 2 free throws coming up for Levi Hilton. Garner grazed him on the head. Hilton 3 of 7 from the line this year. He left that one short. A little quick in his motion at the line. He left that one short too, but jump ball will be called, and the arrow will keep it here. Good hustle by Johnson to keep it alive. Nope, they're going to change the other direction.
Cloverdale's now 2 for 6 from the free throw line, whereas South Putnam is 3 for 3. So keep an eye on the free throws.
The good news is for Cloverdale, they're getting to the line. They've not been doing that much this year. But, again, when you're given the opportunity and you're an offensively challenged team, you've got to make those ones in the charity stripe. Hiblin, good split of the defenders and scores it. Like, it doesn't have post height at 6'1", but clearly because the football has post strength.
But in this game, he has post height.
Good point. 8 in a row now for South Putnam. It is an undersized Cloverdale squad. Betts has made 3, missed that one. Cloverdale's going to worry about losing contact with their rivals to the north. Hiblin, offensive foul, left with the shoulder. And that is what I would simply call a football foul. He is stronger than most everybody else on the floor, and because of that, defender went flying as he squared up to go to the bucket.
But you know what? He went to the offensive glass. As a coach, you'll take a foul like that. That was an aggressive move down into the basket.
He and Garner both averaging a little over 5 rebounds a game. That's that time turned it down. And everything outside the arc for Cloverdale. He can go back to the backcourt and get that. Tim Cody notifies him of that. But it was tipped. Clovers again. Don't mind being a little deliberate. Hand check foul, they're going to be called. And or is that a moving screen? Yep, hand check. That'll be Branham, his second foul. So Hiblin, Garner, and Branham all with 2. And 1 plus the bonus coming up here for Tate Jackson. So Bozell returns as Hiblin sits with 2. Another missed free throw. Jackson now 0 of 3.
He's got the hat trick.
Not the one you want either. Under a minute to play before halftime. Cloverdale trying to keep this to a 2-score game going to the break. Off the window, too strong. And good job by Betts. And Carl Turk calling for the head tap play from the sideline.
Be interesting if they could hold for 1 shot.
Right.
I don't think they can handle the ball well enough to hold for 1 shot. Be interesting to see if South Putnam puts a little pressure.
Johnson stepped on the sideline. Coach Turk, in addition to studying for his team, working on his PhD simultaneously. And we had a chance to talk with Carl either over the phone or via email these last few days. He said, you can call me back. You know, I don't want to be the reason you're not Dr. Turk a few months from now.
He said he got a 99% on his final on Saturday in stats.
I think he did well. Clock is on your screen. Hill. Off the window, no. And Cloverdale's been stuck on 14 for a while. However, I think they will gladly take a 6-point game going to the break, knowing they have not been in many games of their first 5 this year. Our score, South Putnam 20, Cloverdale 14. We're back after this as you're watching, presented by Endeavor Communications on the ISC Sports Network.
It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today.
Again?
Tortured by technology? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with Speed Geeks. Our Speed Geeks are expert technicians ready to rescue you from technology troubles. Our experts are here to get and keep your Wi-Fi running properly. We'll even make sure all of your devices stay connected. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications, technology for real people.
It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today.
Want lightning fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town. So you can download huge files in a flash. Stream videos at blazing speeds. And game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
Back inside the gymnasium here at South Putnam High School. You see the championship banners, back-to-back softball state championships at Ben Davis High School in 2011 and 2012, and a single-A football crown at the then Hoosier Dome in 1986, 20-14. Boys basketball team leading Cloverdale this evening. Alongside Bobby Meslip, Greg Rakestraw. Thank you so much for joining us. We are presented by Endeavor Communications. In fact, our halftime show is the Endeavor Communications halftime show. Business phone solutions with Endeavor Communications. More than a phone system, Endeavor offers a hosted unified communication solution that gives businesses the ability to be accessible anytime, anywhere, on any device. Find out more at weendeavor.com. Bob, your thoughts as to what we saw in half number one?
Well, what's interesting is Cloverdale has 4 3-point baskets. They have no 2-point baskets. So you can see that the physicality of South Putnam has pushed their offense out, and they've been able to get some good cuts and some open looks, but they turned the ball over 5 times in the second quarter, which was really tough for them.
On the flip side, I think South Putnam is getting the looks they tend to want. They've only turned it over twice. Take a look at some of the 3-point shooting you saw in half number one by Cloverdale as we watch these go by. If you're South Putnam and Kyle Swafford, what's your message to your guys at the break?
Well, they got to close out on threes. Betts has hit 3, and they've all been catch and shoot. He's been wide open. They've been dying on screens, so they're not getting out there to close. What happened in the second quarter is South Putnam brought their defense out a little further, and then he was able to get off screens and get open looks. So we'll have to see how that worked, but their defense also caused 5 turnovers in the second quarter.
We'll take this quick timeout. When we come back, more thoughts on half number one. Get you ready again for half number two. South Putnam leads at 20-14, presented by Endeavor Communications. You're watching on the ISC Sports Network.
Again?
Tortured by technology? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with Speed Geeks. Our Speed Geeks are expert technicians ready to rescue you from technology troubles. Our experts are here to get and keep your Wi-Fi running properly. We'll even make sure all of your devices stay connected. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications, technology for real people.
It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today.
Little Neil Diamond playing in the background, 20-14. If they, now you know there are with people singing along to it. 20-14, South Putnam leading Cloverdale here at the break. Greg Rakestraw, Bobby Messlin with you here on the ISC Sports Network. Scoring in the first half, Drew Hill 8, Jeremiah Hiblin 7, Cam Bozell 3, Zach Dorsett 2. 9 players played for South Putnam. For Cloverdale, I think they made a single sub in the first half. Their starting 5 only guys that got the game. Noah Betts with 9, Tate Jackson 3. As Bob pointed out, they didn't make a 2-point field goal. 4 made threes. Levi Johnson made 2 free throws. But as a team, Monrovia, 2 of 7 from the free throw line. Bob, what do you expect to see here to start half number 2?
Well, I think in the beginning of the first quarter, Coach Swafford was not pleased with his kids, and he benched everybody except Hiblin. And Hiblin took over the game and scored, I believe it was 7 points. They cannot handle him inside. Hill got a little frustrated early, came back in and put up a 3 and hit 3 free throws. But I would look in the second half, them to try to get Hill going. But you got to look in the post for Hiblin. I don't think Cloverdale has anybody that can guard Hiblin in the post. And once he gets it down there, he's very good about looking out, inside out 3, and then he'll maybe get some shots. But we'll see what happens in the second half.
This is the start of another busy week for us on the ISC Sports Network on Thursday night. A little closer to downtown Indianapolis, west side of town. Ben Davis High School, the Ben Davis Giants, coached by Indiana coaching legend Stan Benge, take on number 2 Zionsville, who checks in at number 2 in the state. Again, they are 10-0. Those 2 teams meet Thursday night, Comcast 81. Coverage begins at 7:30. On Friday night, a trio of games, including a doubleheader featuring Pike and Lawrence Central with the boys game on My Indy TV 23. Then on Saturday night, how about Carmel and Kokomo, the phenomenon that is Flory Badunga and Kokomo. They'll take on Carmel. That game is a free stream on ISCSportsNetwork.com. Our game on My Indy TV, we'll see Plainfield and Danville collide, not to mention some Indiana Lions basketball in the ABA from the historic Bostic Gym. That comes your way Saturday afternoon at 5. Just another busy week of hoops right here on ISC. We'll take this quick timeout. Third quarter action comes your way next. It's South Putnam 20 and Cloverdale 14. And you're watching on the ISC Sports Network.
It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today.
Want lightning fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town. So you can download huge files in a flash. Stream videos at blazing speeds. And game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
Back at the Eagles' Nest here at South Putnam High School. Thanks to Troy Burgess, the AD here at South Putnam, for being so courteous to our tremendous ISC Sports Network crew. Same with head coach Kyle Swafford in his first year in charge of the South Putnam program. Quick look at some of the things the Eagles did well offensively in half number 1. And again, a lot of that involved finding a way to get to the bucket in half number 1 for South Putnam.
Yeah, Hill got a little more patient in the second quarter once he spent a few minutes on the bench. Opened up the lane, knocked down a 3, and then got to the free throw line.
3 different players made 3-point baskets for South Putnam. 1 each for Hill, Hiblin, and Bozell. Again, Hill with 8, including 3 free throws after being fouled on a 3. Hiblin with 3 field goals made for South Putnam in the first half.
I think in the second quarter, Greg, you also saw South Putnam get a few more offensive rebounds. Cloverdale did a great job in the first half of limiting them to 1 shot, but then Hiblin went down there, Hill went down there, and the I think the size started to wear them down in the second quarter. We'll see how Cloverdale reacts at the beginning of the second half.
Starting five back on the floor for South Putnam. Again, the starting five, the only five that have played tonight for Cloverdale. We've seen them have some numbers issues over the years at Cloverdale. It's not the case. They got a pretty sizable JV squad as well. It's just height is what this Cloverdale team is lacking going into this season.
We still haven't seen Landon Bates.
A little height provided by both he and Jesse Miller, available off the bench if needed. Trying to design play for Betts and couldn't get that one to go. Trying to ride the hot hand from half number one with 3 of the 4 made field goals for the Clovers. Good patience being shown by South Putnam. Inside out, spot up 3 and knocking it down. Triple made by Griffin Garner. So 4th different player to make a 3 tonight for South Putnam, and now the lead grows to 9, its largest of the night. Eagles led by 1 point after the opening quarter of play.
That was a much easier shot. They went into the post, came back out, and he was wide open.
One post touch can spell the difference. Hilton in a tough spot. Johnson down low, and again, there's that height differential. Johnson battling, but at only 5'10", giving up some size in the low block. Chance to make it double figures for the first time tonight. Moselle.
Not his shot.
No. Although he's allowed to, he's allowed to bank one in since the other team did. That's a legal play. And Moselle, a 35% three-point shooter, but how do you rush that one just a bit? Jackson sets and knocks it down. His second made 3, first without using the glass, but again, just good set motion to knock it down.
That was a catch and shoot 3.
Yeah.
So much easier for these kids than off the dribble.
Good cut to Hiblin. Blocked by Betts. Great help side. McGuire Lee the rebound and will lead the break and will look to go 84 feet. And that time just steered away from contact. And an outside official had a better view. That ball did hit the player who was out of bounds in Cloverdale. It'll be South Putnam ball.
Both teams had a shot blocked here in the third quarter. We didn't see many of those in the first half. I think there was one the whole entire first half.
And no player taller than 6'3" has seen the floor in tonight's game.
Watch good things happen when the ball goes through Hiblin. He's down the post now, but watch what happens.
Hill on the attack. Tried to draw contact that time, that never came. We do see a substitute in the game for the first time. That is Garrett Manette, 5'10" senior. Average about 1.5 points a game. Coach Turk said this is the first time he has played high school basketball. That foul on Hiblin's an important one as well, his third. Manette in for Betts, who is, looks like he's getting an ankle wrapped on the sidelines. So we'll keep that under advisement for the Clovers.
I imagine with him off the court, they're going to be very patient.
It's a 4-corner look here, just to spread things out. Hilton lets fire and connects. Well, patience a virtue tonight for Cloverdale. And they have made 13 threes in 5 games. They have now made 6 tonight. And they're back within a possession. Hiblin, good look that wouldn't go. Great board by Hill, and then Hill bobbled it. Just tried to power dribble to go back up and lost it. Third South Putnam turnover.
you can sense a little frustration for Hill. He's not getting his looks. He's not getting his shots. And, he's got to let the game come to him.
It's approaching the midway point of the third quarter. This is a one-score game. Cloverdale would have signed up for that in a heartbeat coming to this one. Lee, and that's the rare situation where Cloverdale had a size advantage and quickly recognized it. Foul on Brandon will be his third. So he and Hiblin each with 3 apiece. Johnson got downhill in the lane and doesn't get the roll. Inside position, kept it alive for Cloverdale. Lee got fouled, and McGuire Lee will shoot 2. You can see the belief starting to grow for the Clovers tonight. And this will be a familiar refrain. 3rd foul on Garner. Lee 9 of 14, make it 10 of 15 from the line this season. As a team now, Cloverdale 3 of 8 from the stripe. All of a sudden, the Clovers have rattled off 7 consecutive points.
That's the first time they've got back-to-back offensive rebounds.
Bozell will track it down.
Oh.
Garner turns left side, missed it. There's Hill though on the weak side glass, and an and one opportunity. And to Hill's credit, the offense has not been flowing as much his way tonight. So what do? Find a way to go get it. Go to the offensive glass.
Get a putback and maybe an and one. He's already 3 for 3 at the free throw line.
Another sign of a scorer. You don't give away points to the stripe. They're going to give them to you. Take it. Hill's got 11. He is the only South Putnam player to attempt, let alone make a free throw this evening.
He's got a quiet 11, Greg.
You know you're a good player when you can have a quiet 11.
Especially when your team only has 26.
Right. Remember the third quarter. Ball off the leg of Garner. And Cloverdale has won each matchup these teams have played, dating back to some 4 years ago. Low block Lee. Garner got a block. Lee tracked it down, then he got tied up. And the arrow will point the other way. Wyatt Switzer going to check in here for South Putnam. And by the way, Betts appears ready to give it a try to go back in when given the opportunity. Branham will have a seat for South Putnam. That season 4 years ago was the year when South Putnam rattled off 16 wins. It has been a tough stretch since then. That is one of just 3 winning seasons for the Eagles in the last 20 campaigns, but the win tonight pushes them back above 500. Gives them their longest winning streak. It's a 5-game streak in that 18-19 season. Bozell's 3, and in and out, no good, but Switzer flying in to get the rebound and then knocked out of bounds by Hill. That 2019 team led by Alan Plunkett, one of 10 members of the 1,000-point club in boys basketball in South Putnam history. Hiblin on the drive, off the window. His first points of the half.
Strong move, very strong move. They don't have anybody that can guard him down the block.
Scotty McGuire has also checked in for the first time for Cloverdale. He is a 5'8 junior. Jackson's 3 does not go, and that's really kind of the first out-of-system shot for Cloverdale in this half. Bozell all alone. That's the one you like. And with that, a timeout will be taken by Cloverdale. So a 10-point lead, make it 8 in a row here for the Eagles. And for the Clovers, it'll be a full timeout, so we will step aside. 2:03 to play in the third quarter. 31-21, South Putnam leads it on the ISC Sports Network.
Leaps a man, still on his feet. Stevens lunges. Are you kidding me?
Champions of Marion County.
Unbelievable. Touchdown.
Living up to that last name. Wabash has the lead for the first time today. Said that was going to be a highlight reel. Oh, baby.
Yeah, you can celebrate after that.
Ball here. Harris scores. With 19 seconds left.
Fake players, big boy. I'm telling you right now, that's awesome. I love it.
That's the finish. You get a layup to take it. And an and one. Fly ball. Hiblin with 9, Hill 11. Top two scorers carrying a good chunk of the freight. And Bazell with the 3 to make it a 10-point lead that forced the first full timeout that either side has taken tonight. And then Jackson had his pocket pick, but able to get it back. Good job to get hands in the passing lane that time. And we're starting to add up a little bit here for the Clovers. Hilton will check back in next stoppage for Cloverdale. Betts back in there too. Switzer all alone and just missed it.
Good things happen for South Putnam when the ball goes through Hiblin. You notice that? He had a great pass underneath, and the kid missed a layup.
Step through by Jackson off the window. Nice move. And with that, that is the first 2-point field goal of the game for Cloverdale, and it comes with 1:15 to play in the third quarter. They had 6 threes and 3 free throws until that moment. Modern basketball, right? But again, they've given themselves a chance. It's an 8-point game. On the jump hook. Nice move that wouldn't finish. McGuire. He's tied up. And the arrow points in favor of the Clovers.
That was a nice post-up move, jump hook. Just didn't fall for the kid.
And frankly, I think there's maybe been a couple of bad shots taken by South Putnam the entire game.
Yeah.
And they were early in the contest.
That was a great shot.
Yeah.
Just didn't fall for the. Cloverdale's got to get Betts back involved.
Has not scored this half. Again, sat for a few minutes with some foul issues. Hiblin able to walk the tightrope and score it. Hiblin creating his own offense on defense. And again, the defensive intensity just has been ratcheted up here by South Putnam.
Well, you can see they're starting their offense now 5-6 feet outside the three-point line, which is not really where you want to go.
And Jackson poked away. Switzer left it short. He's getting some good crisp passes, not being rewarded by post points. Clock is on your screen. Hustle by Hill. Jackson going to the backcourt to track it down. Switzer comes flying in. Jackson gets a look that does not go, and that is the end of the quarter. Quickly through 3 here in Putnam County tonight. Eagles lead it by 10, matching their largest lead of the game. Back after this on ISC. The drive, the take, fouled, and it goes!
Lobbing it to the back of the end zone. They're going to say it's a touchdown.
Left foot gets through. Goal for Vargas. Hamilton will score! Brewer jams it home.
That ball wiggles in and into the back of the net.
A little fireworks in the first half. Throw it up for Tillman. Whoa, my goodness.
22-6-0 for Penn.
What a swim!
Six of them.
Let's thank our ISC Sports Network crew. Vince Morales, Sean Walker, David Kahn, the courageous Alan Hughes, Rob Lynch, Nelson Wheeler, and alongside Bob Meslin, Greg Rakestraw with you. 33-23, South Putnam has slowly started to pull away from Cloverdale in this one. It's a Cloverdale team coming in at 0-5 on the season. And again, you see the limitations they're dealing with, but they've also done some nice things in this game. They've given themselves an opportunity.
Yeah, they got to take care of the ball in the fourth quarter, Greg. They had 5 turnovers in the third quarter.
You can't do that. Hilton with the foul, but fouls have been at such a minimum for Cloverdale tonight. 4 starters and McGuire.
If I'm Coach Swofford, I'm going to Hiblin. Good things happen when he's touched the ball tonight.
Wyatt Mullen getting some run here to start the fourth quarter. Sophomore guard. Little trap here by Cloverdale, and Betts picks the pocket of Hill. Betts, put back goes. Good move to try to let Hill fly by. Betts with 11, averages 5.5 a game. Little half-court trap here. Hiblin goes right through it. McGuire to close him out. Jackson.
So past half court, Cloverdale is trapping the first pass no matter who has it.
Hilton, volleyball spike down by Dorsett. Betts for 3 in the corner. Does not get the roll.
Wasn't quite set.
Now Hill steps into that one and knocks it down. And a timeout taken by Kyle Swofford and South Putnam as they now enjoy their largest lead of the game. It is a 30-second timeout. This 30-second timeout brought to us by Endeavor Communications. So Hill now with 14. That is his second made 3. Endeavor Communications offers a variety of internet speeds that fit your family or business needs. Surf the internet faster than ever before with internet speeds up to a gig. Contact us at weendeavor.com for more information.
Well, if you're going to double on the first pass, you can't leave Hill open.
Right.
That's the best three-point shooter in the gym tonight, and that's his third one. He got fouled on another one, knocked down 3 free throws, but I can see what Cloverdale's trying to do, trying to disrupt the offense, but you got to be alert as to who you're leaving open when you go trap the ball.
Lead. Good drive. Got a man in the air. Well done. Again, you can tell that this Cloverdale team has been coached up. Just a matter of knocking down opportunities and growing in confidence. I would say that they've got a game they can be competitive in coming up on Friday. They'll take on the other Eagles in the Western Indiana Conference. They will play at Brown County coming up on Friday night. I'm sure downtown Nashville looks lovely this time of year, but they're more concerned with making sure they get a victory when they visit Brown County. And Lee misses them both. And the rebound corralled by Hiblin. Lee 1 of 4 from the line. Switzer flying on the floor, no. Dorsett got tied up. That was he and Betts that both had simultaneous possession. Branham will come back in. Mullen back to the bench. Levi Johnson returns, and Scotty McGuire will have a seat.
Dorsett's come off the bench and provided good minutes in the post. He goes strong to the boards.
Jackson, good take. Hilton, can he knock it down? No. Again, you'll take that look. Hilton's made one of those tonight. The most points that Cloverdale scored in a game this year is 38. Not sure they'll get there with 6 minutes left to go. Obviously, they got to get to at least 36. Hiblin. That'll be an offensive foul. That's the second what I call football foul of the night.
That's under set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In other words, just the stronger
Yep.
kid goes up and smaller defender goes flying.
Both offensive fouls have been of the same nature, under the basket, trying to get good position after they've offensive rebounded.
Trying to get bets on the flare that time was the goal that's set by the Clovers. Johnson, good pull from 15 and got fouled. And good spacing by Cloverdale. Switzer the foul, his first. And Levi Johnson, who made 2 free throws earlier, is just a sophomore. We've seen 2 seniors make it 3 seniors play tonight for Cloverdale. Lee, Manette briefly, and Levi Hilton. Jesse Miller, also a senior, available off the bench. And more points left at the line by the Clovers. I've got him as 3 of 12 from the
That's
stripe.
8 or 9 free throw safe miss.
Yeah. It's the difference in the game right there. Missed that one. On the season, 63% from the line. They've been getting there tonight more than they have in other games. And Hill draws the double. Branham will fire from 15. That does not go, and off the hands of Hiblin.
No, I'm not. That's not the shot Coach Swafford was looking for. A pull-up, contested 10-footer. Cloverdale has to get the ball to Betts. They have to get him a couple looks. Either screen away or cut to the basket.
Jackson powers it in. So a pair of double-digit scores tonight for Cloverdale before the ball is inbounded. Timeout given to Cloverdale. It will be a full timeout, so let's step aside with them. 4:51 to go. It's back to a single-digit deficit. Clovers trail by 9. You're watching on ISC, presented by Endeavor Communications.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the ISC Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the ISC Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
Fall means football, and on the ISC, we've got you covered all season long. Catch our broadcast live on television on MyNDTV 23 and Comcast 81, as well as streaming on iscsportsnetwork.com. With a subscription to ISC for only $4.99 a month, you get access to our entire library, viewable anytime, anywhere, on our website or on the ISC app. Don't miss a single broadcast. ISC Sports Network. Football lives here. Back at South Putnam, 36-27. Eagles looking to make it a 3rd consecutive win. First over their county rivals to the south in 4 years. 1-3-1 look this time down defensively by Cloverdale. Hill throws it away. And Hilton racing down the floor and gets it to go. Hilton with 5. The lead down to 7. Hosell lines it up, knocks it down. Hosell with 9, his 3rd, made 3. I think an inside out has been the key for this South Putnam team to knock him down from 3-point range. They've made 6 threes. Jackson does not get the roll, but great hustle. He's tied up before he can get the timeout called. I think the arrow points the other direction.
South Putnam had a really nice possession there. They moved the ball. They didn't allow themselves to get trapped from the 1-3-1 like they did on the previous possession, and the kid hit a wide open three. That's his third three of the night, Greg.
He's been averaging 6 points a game, did Bozell. 35% three-point shooter.
But now they're back to the man-to-man.
Hill just kind of powered his way up that time. Hill is at his average, 16 points. Been much more efficient in the last three quarters.
I think that time on the bench might have helped a little bit.
Ball deflected away by the Eagles. 12-point lead and the ball with 3:15 to go. Random up and under, got it. His first bucket. Senior averaging 2.5 points a game. And timeout will be called here by Cloverdale. Another full timeout. Betts had knocked down a three after the whistle had gone, but it's going to be a 30-second timeout and not a full.
It's a lot easier to hit that shot after the whistle blows.
It always works that way. So we'll keep it here. Again, let's thank our friends at Endeavor Communications. They offer a variety of internet speeds that fit your family or business needs. Surf the internet faster before with internet speeds up to a gig. Contact weendeavor.com for more information. As of now, we are scheduled to have the Clovers twice more on our airwaves this season. We'll have them on January the 19th as they host North Putnam. On February the 7th as they host Monrovia. As far as the Eagles are concerned, we had them a couple of Fridays ago. Their doubleheader against North Putnam. We will have them at the Tank against Eminence on January the 20th. And this is all courtesy of the good people at Endeavor Communications. Make sure you thank them for bringing this level of production to the streams and telecast of teams here of Putnam County and beyond. Betts does get that look. That does not go, and I think that's going to be a foul against Cloverdale. Just their third. So no free throws, but foul on the rebound attempt by Jackson. His third foul. Let's see how aggressive Cloverdale gets defensively, trying to play catch-up. Down 14 with 2.5 minutes to play.
Whoa.
Seem to be juggling the ball. Here comes the trap, Hiblin. Got away with one dribble. And then Hill's fouled. Just the fourth foul. That'll go against Levi Hilton. So Garrett Manette and Scotty McGuire. Lee and Betts will have a seat. Random. And the bucket is good by Garner. Well, it's 16-point game with 2 minutes to play. That probably doesn't indicate really the true tenor of this game. Make no mistake, South Putnam's been the better team tonight. Jackson got downhill and then got going too fast.
You can sense a little frustration.
Sure.
They can't get to the basket. They can't get open shots. Bet hadn't had a clean look the whole quarter.
And they'll have some games they'll have an opportunity. Friday night is one of them against Brown County. Betts will come back in. Going to give Jackson a breather. That'll be rare for Jackson this year. And immediately a turnover ensues. Hiblin scores it. Hiblin with 13. And a timeout will be called by Cloverdale. Their 5th and final timeout with 70 seconds to play. We'll step aside with them. Back to wrap it up next. Eagles going to get their 3rd consecutive win. Clovers will fall to 0-6. Back in a moment on ISC. The ISC Sports Network is your home for sports content across the Hoosier State. Find us live on TV and streaming or archived on our website and our app. The ISC is your one-stop shop for the content you want to see, including high school sports, college sports, and other great events throughout the year. Subscribe to our streaming service and get access to it all. ISC, local lives here. So look inside the Cloverdale bench. All the timeouts have been taken by Carl Turk at this point. And you are just trying to coach your team into getting better, knowing it's been a sluggish start to the year. And Landon Bates making his season debut. Young man wearing number 35 for the Clovers. (47-29). Johnson, shot blocked. You start to see the subs start to, bench will empty here for South Putnam. And a timeout just to get those subs in the game. The 4 earlier subs, Fisher, Jones, Wyatt Mullen, Zach Dorsett, Wyatt Switzer, and Parker Harris, who we saw in the JV game, will check in. Harris has played in 1 varsity game this year and scored 6 points in the game in which he played. South Putnam will play conference foe West Vigo on Friday night. West Vigo playing Terre Haute North this evening. But they'll play Park Heritage, will the Eagles, on Saturday, and then they're off until the new year.
Well, you know the subs. Everybody wants to get a shot, but they're just passing the ball. See what happens.
Cloverdale again will play Friday night. Then they're off till after the holidays. Switzer on the layup. Makes it a 20-point game, largely to the night. Cloverdale will play in the Wabash Valley Classic. We'll open up with Shakamak the day after Christmas, and Dorsett will bring the ball in the front court and take the air out of it. 49-29 is the final score. Again, this was a 2-point game at 23-21 midway through the 3rd quarter. But South Putnam, as expected, gets the win. They're now 3-2. Clovers fall to 0-6. Bob, your final thoughts on this one?
They just wore out. You know, Hill got going. Hiblin carried him in the first half, and I think the physicality of South Putnam just wore out Cloverdale. All Cloverdale had going for him initially was Betts hitting some threes. Then he couldn't get any looks. The turnover battle was won by South Putnam. Cloverdale had 15 turnovers, and South Putnam, I think, had 8 or 9. So it was a good ball game for about 2.5 quarters, and then I think the strength of South Putnam just warmed down.
Drew Hill with 16, Jeremiah Hedlund with 13, Cam Bozell with 9 to lead South Putnam. 11 for Noah Betts, 10 for Tate Jackson. Those were the double-digit scores for Cloverdale. That'll do it for our broadcast from Putnam County this evening. Again, thanks to our friends at Endeavor Communications, and thanks to you for watching right here on the ISC Sports Network.